Hey guys, Joe here to talk to you about the top 5 best changes in Xenoblade Chronicles X from, of course, Xenoblade Chronicles. Now, disclaimer, I am not way too far into this game, therefore there may be some stuff I don't know about yet or that I might just miss. I'll probably also do another video about this later on the information that I missed, so make sure to tell me in the comment section below what I didn't cover and what you think would be a really good change that I could have covered in this video. But with all that said, let's get this started. To begin, I want to go over the fact that almost every single character in the game has voiceovers, beside the random quest givers, and you in most cutscenes you don't really have a voice, and most NPCs, but everybody else does have a voiceover. The previous game didn't always have this, but I really feel like this does make the game come a lot more alive, and it must have taken a lot of effort because they had to translate it all from Japanese to English. It makes the game really feel like the people live there, and it doesn't just feel like random words being spurted out like a lot of MMO type of games kind of do. The majority of the voiceovers are very high quality, and do set a great move when you are getting in this game. The next thing that makes this game triumph over its predecessor and makes it such a great experience is that the game is actually an open world game and not a linear game, meaning that you can go wherever, do whatever, whenever you want. Now, when I first heard of this, I was pretty worried. Open world games can be pretty hard to travel, difficult to know where to go, and be kind of boring at times, but luckily for me, none of this really occurred during my travel so far. The game is very easy to know where you are, and you never really get lost. You have a huge map on the bottom screen, that being a gamepad that shows you exactly where you are, where you're going, and where is in between those two locations. This really helps the gameplay flow a lot better, and makes getting stuck without knowing where you are or knowing where to go almost never happen. Now, all of this is true, the map also doesn't really constrict you and doesn't force you to go where the developer wants you to go. It's just a tool that can make it a lot less confusing and stops you from getting lost a lot more often. Other than that, I also never saw myself being stuck in the story not knowing what to do or where to go. All of the main quests are streamlined into a very similar area, allowing easy flow from quest to quest if you really want to do that, while also again letting you drive off and do whatever adventure you really want to do, be it side quests, which are on a very easy place to locate on the board, or just looking for new stuff to do / new stuff to find. This game really tackles open world gracefully and keeps newer players engaged while allowing them to play at their own pace. The next thing that keeps me loving this game, and an upgrade from the previous title, is the fact that there is a ton more classes to choose from, and you can choose any one that you want to and change your class whenever you want with no punishment. The variety of gameplay from class to class is huge, and it gives you a great change of pace if you ever get bored of one and want to switch to another. Also, it's nice to be able to play something other than a sword wielder as a main character. I'm looking at you, Shulk. In this game, there's just so much variety in the strategies of characters than in the previous games because of the sheer amount of classes and the types of combats that they all bring to the table. You can go offense, defense, buffs, shields, heals, and aggro tank, focus on ability damage, auto attacks, ranged, melee, tons of other stuff. There is a huge amount of choice, and this lets you customize your experience much more. The game really isn't as set in stone as the first one, and I really like that. Another big change, and a great change from the older game, is that there's a lot more to do this time around. In the other game, you essentially grinded, did the main story, or Colony 6, but this time there's quite a bit of other choices that you can do other than that. You can get a skill, level your character, level your class, level your division, adventure the land for treasures, plant probes, make gear, fight bosses, complete countless pretty important side quests, find exotic enemies to kill and take their valuables for them, or just plain out explore the incredible landmass. The new game has all of this along with a 70-ish hour long story. All this leaves you with a ton of stuff to do, and hours upon hours of fun to be had. The final great and new change to the Xenoblade franchise is that Xenoblade Chronicles X has an online experience. Now, this is something I felt like would really fit into the first game, and I was super hyped when I heard that there was going to be an online in Xenoblade Chronicles X. Now, with all this said, what we got really wasn't what I wanted, but it still ended up pretty awesome. Now, what I did want was an expansive 4-player experience where I could explore the whole world and play with all my friends through the entire game like an MMO. But considering the Wii U's power and the stream that would cause on the Nintendo servers, maybe it was a little bit too hopeful. Instead, we got 2 pretty awesome online features. The first one, and the less exciting one, is that you can find your friends' avatars exploring on your own world, but they aren't the real people. Still, it's pretty cool to see these guys walking around, and you can recruit them to work for you. When you do this, the character will get XP, and this will be transferred to your friend on the next time that they do boot up their game. Now, the more exciting thing is the introduction of the online 32-man boss raid. These things are an enormous amount of fun to do with a big group of friends, and supply some of the most all-worthy fights you'll ever see in this game. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to press that like button and comment down below what you really think are some of the best changes from the old game to the new game and what you really like added, or just what you really like about this game in general. Press the subscribe button and share this video with a friend if you just want to go over any of this stuff. Thank you guys for watching though, and I'll see you all next time.